Prescott looks to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now a toss. This is Conner. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Left.
On 3rd down, it's Conner, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Well, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as they come back out here on offense, certainly the big question, everyone's worried. You know, a lot of people expected Le'Veon Bell to be in the fold come Labor Day, but September 3rd came and went, Charles. No Le'Veon Bell.
And you know that they would still love to get him back, and when they do, they'll get him integrated into the offense, so they're not too worried about that. They're going to score points. But that meant that James Conner got a lot of work during the preseason. I got to see him in one preseason game against Tennessee. Not only did he carry it well, he caught it well out of the backfield. So they like what they're getting James Conner, but let's be honest about it. They'd love to get back Le'Veon Bell.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths trying to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, 29 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, You got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Xavier Grimble from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Prescott to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Let's go.
Again, it's counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go, let's go. Single.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.